What is up, YouTube? So, as you guys can tell, I'm in my room, a different environment. Today's a little different. Today's a little different arm day, okay? Today, I'm gonna be showing you guys what I do for arms. I'm gonna be putting up pictures of this guy, this very strong guy, showing each movement that I do. We're gonna start off with shoulders, all the way down to forearms. Let's get started. Just a quick disclaimer. This is a video towards my preference and towards my experience when it comes to arm workouts. If you guys have different exercises that you guys would want me to do, go ahead, comment them down, and maybe I'll do them in another video. Alrighty, let's start off with shoulder press. Shoulder press, for me, is probably one of my favorite shoulder workouts because it attacks a lot of my front delts, and I am kept at a very strict position. And when I'm pushing up, I really feel that squeeze and that stretch on my front delt. Now, usually when I do incline bench, my front delts do take a little control, which I'm trying to fix that. If you guys have any tips on that, please let me know. Second exercise is rear delt flies on the rear delt fly machine, aka the pec deck. This is actually the way I grew my rear delts. The reason why they're so big and so overdeveloped is because of this machine. For some weird reason, I have never done another rear delt workout except this one. So if you guys want to give this a shot, and if you guys already do this, you guys should know. It is probably the best rear delt activation ever. At least for me. Third is lateral raises. Now, you can do lateral raises however you want. I prefer cable, dumbbell, and kettlebell. Cable is not my favorite because I look very weak, and if you guys ever do cable lateral raises, I don't know about you, but I'm stuck at the 10 pounds because it's a lot of weight, okay? It's a lot of weight, all right? But when it comes to dumbbells, I like to do 25s. Those feel really nice. I actually like to do a drop set when it comes to those. And I've been seeing a lot of change into my lateral delt since I've been starting to do more lateral raises. If you don't work out your delts like every other muscle, they're not going to grow. People say, oh, spam lateral. Don't do that. Build a program for them. Just don't spam them. Now, don't get me wrong. You definitely could, but I don't see the reason for it. Again, it's my opinion. But yeah, that's for the shoulder area. Let's move on to tricep. First exercise for tricep. Cable pushdowns. Now, I like to do this with the straight bar because, well, that's my favorite. I actually do that as a warm-up. If you've seen some of my videos, I have been doing that as a full workout. I've actually changed that up a little bit. I changed that as a warm-up, and I'll tell you why in the second exercise. Second exercise. Tricep, cable, kickbacks. Kickbacks are one of the most controversial tricep exercises. I don't know why, but let me tell you this right now. The best tricep exercise I've done. I do them a different way. I actually do them seated. I will record a arm day doing them so you guys could see how I do it. So you guys will know exactly what I do. Now, every exercise that I'm naming here, I now do as my arm workout. So when you guys watch this video, you have an idea of what I do in my arm days now. So if you guys see me post an arm day, you guys will immediately know, oh, I watched what he does. Now let's see what exactly he does. Now, triceps are one of my favorite arm muscles, in my opinion. Definitely my strongest, and one of the muscles that I'll always be very constant on because they're very small. So the reason why they're my favorite is because they're my smallest, which means I have to work them harder. And I love doing that. Okay, third exercise, cable crossbody pushdowns. Now, if you don't know what that is, let me demonstrate. Or, shall I say, let him demonstrate. This guy is such a help. He's a best friend of mine, actually. I know him. He's a powerlifter. Anyways, those are the best exercise for me when it comes to the long head. Now, people say, oh, you need to do 3 different exercises for the tricep. No, you don't. Okay, just do tricep pushdowns. The reason why I do 3 different exercises is because one exercise gets a little tiring, and 2, I like to put some variation in it. Okay? Cross-body cable pushdowns is my favorite for the long head, specifically the long head. Now I'm hitting every other muscle in my tricep, but the long head is the highest activation muscle there when it comes to that exercise. Now, let's move on to bicep. First exercise for bicep is cable curls. Now, I do these a little different. If you guys seen my most recent arm day, I explained why I do them that way, and the way I do them is seated. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a poll on one of these sides to go watch that. I explain why I do seated cable curls instead of standing cable curls. It's way better, at least for me, and I get such a better stretch and activation with them. That's all I gotta say. Second exercise. Now, I have my sleeve up so I can explain what this exercise hits for me and for everybody else. The hammer curls. Now, there's different ways of doing them, but I do them dumbbells. Okay, generic, basic, but it does the job. Now, what hammer curls does, it's hitting your brachioradialis, aka it's part of your forearm, and it's this part right here. So it's this, and it connects kind of right here. So that's the brachioradialis. I think not a lot of people do hammer curls, and I think you should do them to fill out your arms, because it's the top part of your forearm, aka the biggest part. If not, the bottom part is the biggest part. But you don't want just the bottom part to be the biggest. You want the top so you could fill out the bicep, especially if you have a long head. Now, I have a long head. I need to fill out the brachialis, so I need to do a lot of hammer curls. So when it comes to hammer curls, I like to do basic dumbbell hammer curls. And you should too. Third exercise, preacher curls. If you're not taking advantage of the preacher curl, what are you doing? Okay? It's a perfect bicep exercise. You're getting the stretch at the bottom. You're getting the stretch that you need. Now, I get it. People are scared that they might tear their bicep. Everybody has seen that video. Okay, I'm not going to put it up because it's a little graphic. Okay, but everyone has seen that video. Don't be scared of that, okay? Just don't go till failure like that. There's no need for it. All you need to do is go real far for the stretch. Come right back up. That's all you need to do. Now, don't put a lot of weight, because if not, then yes, you'll tear your bicep. Put weight that you could handle, put weight that you could pick back up, and you will be 100% fine. Let the stretch happen and come right back up. Now, if you're going to go till failure, or you're going to go like a few reps before failure, then yes, you could shorten the range of motion. There's nothing wrong with that. You could go at around right here and come back. You don't have to go fully straight. That's okay. You could do that. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you're scared, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you to just man up. It's fine if you're scared. You'll get used to it. You'll understand more about the preacher curl. Just keep doing them. They're really good. And if you're seeing progress, good. That's all that matters. You're getting big biceps. All right. Third muscle, forearm. Something I like to do for forearm is forearm curls. I do them for both sides, going up and going down. And sometimes I actually like doing reverse curls, but I actually don't do that much. I do more of just forearm curls. I like to attack them directly instead of having to do back day and get a forearm pump. I'm actually getting way better at that. But yeah, that's literally it for forearms. Forearms is nothing crazy. Forearms is very simple and very easy to do. Now, if you don't want big forearms, completely understand that. You don't have to do forearm curls, but if you want to fill out the arm, forearms. All right, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoy me explaining what I do for arm day. If you guys want to go ahead and copy that, go for it. Now, when it comes to rep ranges, I like to stick to 8 to 12 for each exercise. If you want to go for higher, for, you know, a more intense hypertrophy type of thing, go for it. I tend to try and stick to strength and hypertrophy at the same time. So I like to do 8 to 12, or even if I'm feeling a little crazy and I want to do crazy weight, 3 to 6. I don't like to hit 7 to be completely honest, because it's I don't like the number, so I don't go for 7. I like to push for 8. If I'm at 7, I will push for 8. But besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I know it's kind of a different video than you guys are usually used to, but I think it's a little better to mix some things in, into the channel. More explanations on what exercises I do, not just me working out. And I know you guys enjoy that. I know you guys love that, but there's got to be more into my channel, not just me working out on a daily. But I hope you guys enjoy this little different video. I will do this for every body part that I work out. If I change anything, I'll update you guys with, something that I change with a different exercise. But other than that, most likely won't change much. But I'm glad I get to add a little something different. So I'll see you guys